Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Ganja Baby here, and today we're gonna be talking about online class versus in class. So I'm gonna just start off saying this. So yeah, I feel like when it comes to online versus in class, it really depends on who you are and kind of how you learn. Like me, I'm very much more like I'm able to teach myself. I'm able to figure it out. I have friends who are a little tech savvy, so I could just hit them up real quick. You know, it really depends how you learn and also who you are, you know. So I'm gonna start off with online first. And my first point for online classes is it saves time. You're able to work more hours at work. You don't have to waste about 3 hours traveling to school just to go to class. And you can create a better school life balance, and you have a little bit more freedom to do a little bit more things. Maybe you can hit a party every week now instead of every other week or once a month. You have time to do things, you know. Secondly, it saves money because again, you're not paying bus fare or wasting gas to go to fucking school. And you're not also buying breakfast and at school all the time. I remember when I'm in college, I'm always buying me a little coffee or a hot chocolate or French vanilla from Tim Hortons. And then, maybe you have 3 classes in a day. So then between classes, you want to go buy lunch. So you go get some Subway or something or a pizza slice. That adds up. A lot of people at Humber, they spend so much money on food alone when it comes to school, because a lot of people don't like to carry a lunch, you know. It's just easier to just buy something quick. It's fresh, it tastes better, you know, sometimes. My third point is for online school, you got to be able to teach yourself. To be honest, like, you got to be able to teach yourself. You got to be disciplined enough to go on every day and keep on point with your assignments and shit. Your teacher will still remind you, but you still gotta be on point with your shit, you know. Like, because a lot of people, it's easier for them to have someone who already knows what they're fucking talking about teach them, as opposed to really kind of having to teach yourself. Online, you do still have like the virtual classes and shit, but it is hard to teach yourself if you're really not good at it. Point number 4. It's sometimes hard to figure out, especially if you're not a tech savvy person like me. Like, I'm not really tech savvy, so I had to have my friend help me up a little bit. Like, what I do a little bit, you know. It's hard to figure out at first. A lot of people can't figure it out to even do it, and then you just wasted your money on a class, you know. It's gonna make you feel like already set back because you feel like you don't know what to do or how to do it, you know. Just let him split. But yo, on to point number 5. Well, online school, there's really no in real life face-to-face interaction, you know. Most of the time you're just texting other students or typing to other students. You do have a video call with your teacher sometimes it's audio too, so you really don't get that in-person feel where you could actually feel someone's energy and shit like that, you know. You could feel out the room and things like that. You're really just at home in your crib chilling, smoking a spliff at school. Point number 6 for online class is sometimes exams are in class, are like in school, right? So yeah, you still do have to go to school sometimes, right? Well, not often though, probably like once a month, you know. So point number 7, even though you're in online school, a lot of people like to say, well, in class is better because you get all those connections, you meet new people, but you still have connections outside of school. You know, the people you went to high school with, middle school with, the people you worked with in your current job and your previous job, those are all connections too. And especially if you're a social person, it's not going to be hard for you to make connections in life anyways. You're probably going to be able to pick up a conversation easily with a stranger. For people who are a little more reserved and shy, I feel like online school could be better for you just because you are reserved and shy and you don't like a lot of people. It gives you anxiety, you know. A lot of people suffer through that, you know. So, you know, that's why I say it really just depends on who you are, because you could be a socialite and do online school but still have a whole thousands of connections outside of school. You don't really need to meet new people in school who are really in your field, like you're cool, you know. But my last point right now for online school, so point number 8, is you still have your school's resources. Very important. A lot of people don't take advantage of their school's resources and shit, and it's really good because that's the great thing about online, that you still have all those resources. You can still go and get tutors, you can still go and get like help for your resume, have someone freshen up your resume, work with you, you know. You could get I know there's like math centers, probably writing centers, different type of centers you could go to and be involved with. If you need help or anything, there's always help available for you still. You know, online does not mean that no one is there for you. Remember that. So now I'm going to move on to in class now. And I'm going to do it the same way, just go through my points. You know? So point number 1 for in class is it's easier for your prof or your professor to help you. You know, it's easier when you're face to face in class. They're right there next to you to explain it to you clearly, or to point at pictures that are in your textbook and things like that, you know, and tell you what to really focus on and things like that. And it's also easier to make that student-teacher connection, have that real connection with your teacher. You know what they look like, you know how they sound, you know how they maneuver and their actions and everything. Secondly, group work is so much easier when you are in class. Like, you've seen your group members, they're in class, unless they're like lazy students and they don't show up all the time, then, you know, but they're in class. You know, you could contact them anytime in class, get their number, and then now you have their number to meet up. You know, when you're online, you kind of have to have like your friend at least to be there, just in case you're allowed to like pick your partner and things like that, because then now you know you're working with someone who is gonna do the work, gonna put in their 50% on the project, and is gonna really work with you and you work well with them. That's the thing too, you know. Point number 3. So you meet a lot of new people. Some people do, some people don't. Again, it depends. If you're really outgoing, you're really talkative, you have no problem picking up a conversation with a stranger, yeah, you're gonna meet a whole lot of new people. You're gonna have no problem approaching people like, hey, your hair's pretty, or just a little compliment, and then that could start into a whole new friendship, you know. Point number 4. Long days, long hours, long time in school. If you have like 3 classes in a day, that shit will make you go crazy. because now you're at school all day. You probably have gaps between some of your classes, so now you have this hour of leisure time to do your work and shit, which could be a good or bad thing. You know, some people like it to work out and shit. You know, you just have to know how to fill up your time, really, you know. But yeah, the long hours, a lot of people can't take 2.5, 3 hours in the classroom. You know, it gives them anxiety. They need to move around. I'm one of those people, you know, like I need to move around. I want to move, do shit. The little 10-minute, 15-minute break doesn't do nothing. Like they're over explaining everything, you know, like just get to your point. No. And lastly, point number 5, I would say, is you get the on-campus experience of school when you're in class. You know, now you're probably a little bit more up to date when the games are, you know, the ball team's playing, the soccer team's playing, the swimming team's going, you know. You're probably a little more up to date on events, you know. Oh, they're having a little fair, or they're having a pride day, or they're having a dance and shit, or a show for Black History Month, you know. There's a lot of events and things, and again, you meet new people, you get to experience, you get to enjoy, you can buy their gear, you know. It's just better in a way, you know what I mean? But overall, guys, when it comes to online versus in class, it really does depend who you are and how you work and how you learn, for real. And what I'd really like to say is, you know, take your time with school, because you're investing a lot of money and time into this, and it's like you want to pass with good grades and all that shit. But yeah. Lastly, I want to say thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'd love interacting with you guys. And don't forget to email me at jjbluepie@hotmail.com for any advice you would like for my future advice videos. I'm waiting for, you know, a lot more advice to come in, or questions to come in, so I can start doing those videos. I'd really like to talk to you guys, interact with you guys, and help you guys out with whatever you got going on in your life, you know. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm all about. That's what my channel is really all about. The weed and just life and living it and getting the best experience out of it. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'm out.